Hello, hi, what's up? What it do, Soul Fam? Welcome to K&M Witchery or Readings by K&M. I am Kat Nicoletta Monroe, for those of you who may not know. And I just want to dive on into it. Let's get y'all a spiritual check-in because that's what we're here for. Now, I personally have no idea what to expect, but y'all do. Something brought you here. So I hope to give you all that you need today. Remember to do all the YouTubey things. Please like, subscribe, comment. I love hearing from y'all. Also know that I primarily pull from my subscribers and then I call my energy outwards. This is how I get itty-gritty. I don't get so overwhelmed with energies, you know what I mean? And we could get real specific, so be sure to hit that button, okay? First card on the table, we have the Star. I just heard wish come true. That's nice. Something fell onto the palm of your hand. Oh, interesting, because I think that actually came up in a different reading. So if that ever resonated with one of y'all before in a previous check-in, or perhaps maybe it was a Divine Connections reading, I don't know. But either way, it's here now. Some of y'all have likely experienced what this gift could be, what this opportunity. I just keep hearing say yes. Interesting. Next card out, we have the Sun. Oh, I love the Sun in this deck. He's so cute. Yeah, I meant to say happy days and happy times simultaneously. So, okay. Mercury retrograde, go off. Both apply, though. I just heard glory be. Some of y'all have really prayed for this. You know, you've perhaps maybe wished for something upon a star. And yet we seem to be at a bit of an impasse. Two of Pipes is the Two of Swords. Not really sure. Do we go with a pipe? Do we go with some pipes? How high do we really want to go? You know? What do we really want? What's the mood? And yet I'm curious what is causing this sort of hesitation here. Because if this is a wish come true, so fam, what's standing in the way? What's on the other side of this opportunity? We have the Devil, okay. So it could just be your comfort zone. It could be wishful thinking. Okay. I'm kind of getting this impression that perhaps maybe you're choosing something that is comfortable, that is predictable, that is something that you already have. You don't really have to do the guesswork because, let's face it, even with great opportunities comes some sort of discomforts, right? Whether you have to learn something, meet new people, just experience something anew, there's always a mixture between nerves and excitement. You know, and anxiety and excitement is pretty much one and the same. It's just a different perspective, but we still get the same bodily reactions, you know? We get really frigidity and like jumpy. We feel all the sweats. We get like brain foggy and just overall just like you're just nervous, you know? And yet with the right type of mentality, you can choose your narrative. Because with the Sun and the Devil out, you are getting led into some sort of temptation. Yeah, it's something stagnant. It's wondering if you stay that things perhaps will just get better, you know? It's wishful thinking in that type of regard. And that's not to say that every single time. Some of you are just really avoiding an ending of some sorts, okay? Perhaps you have to quit a job. You have to break up with somebody, whether it be platonic. We all know those friendship breakups hurt, okay? Or relationships. Someone you gotta just, and that's the decision. I hardly understand why this is so trivial. for my soul fam. The Hierophant is at the bottom of the deck here. I do like that energy. So fam, you've already received all of the synchronicities and signs that you've been asking for. You're above whatever it is that you have actively grown apart from, away from, out of. There's all of these different ways that we can go, and yet you're still choosing to stay. There's a stagnation, right? The devil here likes to promise things differently. You know, you could really get lost in words. You know, perhaps like if this is a job, perhaps maybe they negotiated a promotion with you, you know, like a bit of a change of, I don't know, day-to-day tasks or something. Perhaps you're in management now, you know, there's an up-leveling of sorts. And yet, is that enough to sustain you in the long run? Or is there something else that came in or is coming in that you can look out for and maybe push past any form of resistance, because that resistance is already present. It's already leading you out of this. You already know when you are in a devil death energetic situation, okay, when you're choosing to drag on an ending of sorts, like it, for the sake of not feeling hurt or feeling like you need to, like you've put so much time and energy and effort into this that it would be silly to walk away now, and all of these people and their feelings and like all of the different excuses and reasons, yada yada, that come in. You want people to change, you love them, you choose to tolerate, confusing that with unconditional love. I mean, there's so many ways that we can go about this. And yet every ounce of you is pushing you out of that situation. When the Hierophant is here, that is humbled knowledge. You already have it. You have witnessed the quote unquote proof that you need. Again, you already have all the signs and synchronicities. And I think a big one is this opportunity that just slid its way over into your DMs, you know? Or whatever. No, I just realized one of my thumbnails fell off. That's fun. Turtle. I'm going to pull some more of these cards. I'm going to pull to them. Let's see what else you got. Cobra. I think some of y'all really need to learn how to be more assertive, how to be more trusting in your abilities, and knowing that you are safe, you are forever protected, okay? The shell is not separate from the turtle. The shell is the turtle. You know, you were built for whatever this is, and something has run its course. Something's run its course. You're mentally stuck in choices. There's decisions. It's like the Netflix catalog, you know? You can scroll up and down that shit for days. But where the assertiveness comes in with Cobra, right? Like, number one, it's about being ready to strike and knowing when to do so, you know? When you have that winner's type of mentality and you know what to say, when to say it, how to approach certain things, you know, how to move, whatever the situation requires. There's ready for action, and there's also this deep knowing. There's this assertion that you got this at the end of the day. A Cobra doesn't ever look scared. And if it is scared, that's when it's ready to attack. It's like you would never know, you know? And I don't want y'all to look at this very fiercely, as I'm sure some of y'all have already imagined, because I felt the energy go there. Let's rein it back to this sun and star energy that we've got here, this literally written in the stars and in the universe opportunity that has somehow come across. Know that you can obtain it, that you deserve it, that you're ready for it, that you can strike past any and all doubts. Like, that's what you're really fighting, those limiting beliefs, you know? And you're going to attack it with love and surety and pureness and wholeness and cuteness. I love turtles. I think they're so cute. I had so many turtles growing up. They're freaking adorable. I think some of y'all just really need to be reassured that you're going to be okay. And whether or not you want to believe it from a little old YouTube video, that's up to you. I just think that you already have everything that you seek. This is probably one of the last little cherry on top confirmations that you need, telling you to move forward, to take that leap, to take that risk, or whatever it is that you're calling this thing. Pull the damn trigger. Nothing in this life is permanent, soul fam. You can change your mind all the time, okay? Especially right now, manifestational energies in general are just speeding the hell up. You know, this whole like we're moving to 5D thing, yeah, that speeds things up. 3D is nice and slow. It's very age of Pisces or whatever, you know what I'm saying. It's the age of Aquarius. I keep bringing that up, but it's like really important for y'all to know what we are moving into. Have that surety, have that clarity. Believe that what it is that you are seeking is seeking you and that you deserve it right now. And whatever's run its course, it's not to say that it was horrible. At one point or another, it served you. It served you really well. And you can take all that you've learned from it and push it forward towards something that will actually make you really happy. So what's the advice? I'm getting pulled to a different deck. Roast Iconic deck is calling out to me. Let's see. Is it going to roast you? Oh no. Let's find out. Advice to the soul fam tuning in. Remember to like and subscribe, okay? Okay, cool. Thanks. Anytime now. Fashion Witch came out. Okay. That's advice? Oh, okay, I heard it now. Okay. I heard dress to impress, dress for the part, right? So the energy that's coming through here, and I'm not going to read what this definition is because it's probably completely different than what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm digressing. Staying on track. You dress for the life that you want. You dress for the part that you want. You show up as if you're already that person in the future. And that doesn't mean that you are to now go spending crazy and like be, you know, a narcissist or anything like that. Like people seem to get this impression of success as people becoming more pompous and such, you know, although you can still remain super humble and just actually take on some of the routines, some of the tasks that your future self would do to be able to uphold the type of success that you are hoping for, that you know you're lined up to and such, you know. And little by little, you begin to integrate these little things down to what it is that you wear, down to just being more comfortable, you know. This summer I went on a splurge about so many giant t-shirts. Like I just felt like my grade 7-year-old self who wore a lot of oversized t-shirts. I don't know, it was very, very black top, big t-shirt, Billie Eilish days for me. Yep, that was my style. And it's just all about that comfort for me, you know? And then it's going to be time to start changing up the outfits again for whatever other adventures I'm going to be going on. And I think that, like, go through seasons with your apparel. You know, and I don't just mean that like, oh, switch from t-shirts to sweatshirts or whatever, you know. I'm talking about your personal evolution kind of season. How is it that you evolve? What are you feeling right now? What's going on within you? What season are you in? One can argue that I'm actually in my summer season while it's winter time because I'm out there. I'm so happy. I am glowing in the winter time. That's my summer. I'm in my summertime. My winter season is actually summertime. That's why I bought all these big t-shirts, because it used to bring me a lot of comfort back then. And I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just like hermit and blanket myself in. And it was something so simple and it worked. Helped with any seasonal depression. You know, I don't know why I felt the need to share that, but I really hope it helped somebody. Other advice here for soul fam. advice for the soul fam. Some energies don't really want to talk. Whoa. Okay. Narcissist came out. Stay humble. Or, okay, and definitely move away. If this is a narcissistic individual that you are waiting on to change, or if they're not a narcissist, and of course, like, everyone just so easily throws that label around, like, you actually need to be a well-suited therapist to be able to diagnose people. So to just be wording this around. But one may have narcissistic qualities, like we all do. We all can be a little bit more narcissistic, more out for ourselves. And this could perhaps be that you are looking in the mirror and you're noticing aspects of yourself where perhaps maybe you yourself are showing up as a narcissist in someone's life, or you're looking at yourself in the mirror and convincing yourself to leave a narcissistic situation. Could be that someone is really more out for themselves and you're recognizing that, you know, like they're really reflecting that back to you. It's almost like you can't hide it. But the Hierophant up here is your energy there too, okay? Like, you're very in tune, so you know you're seeing things more clearly now, and Spirit is saying it's literally reflected right back at you. So like, what else do you need? You literally want to become somebody else. You want to be different. You want to act different. You want to dress different. You want to have a different schedule. Start incorporating that. Whether it's just oversized t-shirts or perhaps maybe a particular routine that you welcome on in to your day. Every time between this hour and this hour, you read a few pages of the book that you're interested in that time, that week, whatever. I don't know. Mouse. I just try to tend to the small things. So, literally taking one step after the other is all you really need. You know, people are often caught in a mist and are fearful of what's ahead of them, but you'll know which way to go if you just look down and pay attention to what it is that you can see. And sometimes that is just one step at a time. And a mouse likes to collect things, you see. It likes to prepare for hibernation, if you will. It likes to gather, hoard things sometimes, and creates a nice little nest. So taking that into consideration, knowing that you can... Oh, and I love that a cobra and a mouse are here. Like, you literally can have and embody both. Have a nice, healthy level of assertion and ready to strike for what it is that you want in your life, as well as one that can tend to the micro, little things, the gathering of information and experiences and accumulating it all into one new type of comfort zone. This is literally like a battle of the comfort zones with y'all tuning in right now. You had comfort in here once. It served you once. You were happy here once. And then something changed. Something ran its course. Something was out for itself. It didn't perhaps maybe consider too much of your emotions, your time, your energy, your money, your resources, X, Y, Z. You feel like you're giving too much of yourself. You feel like you're losing yourself. You feel like you're being gaslit. You feel like you can't speak up, change something. This is just the way it is, I keep hearing. But like, does it have to be? No. No, it doesn't. You can't tell me otherwise. It just comes with a simple decision, okay? Just start taking the small, minute steps. One little change at a time. One little outfit. One little task. One little phone call. One little email. One little brainstorm session, and then you get the ball rolling. You start gathering things, and you start feeling so much of that happiness. And you incorporate everything that you've learned from here into this. Into into your dream come true. Because it's attainable. You can have it all. Why not? We doubt ourselves too much, you know. And this is not a time for that. We're past that point. As a society, as humans, we're opening up to different energetic plays. And I'm really excited for more scientific insight about energy and how it works and the quantum fields and dark energy and all of that, you know, because the findings are going to be awesome, and it's going to really like make new believers out of people. And some of that could be really scary for some, you know, but for most, what it can be is revelational, and knowing that you hold so much of this power within you, so fam, to be what it is that you want to be. You're ready for whatever this is, man. You are. Just tend to the little things, tend to the small things, just step by step, little by little. And it can always be changed. You can always change direction, just like you were called to change your direction right now. Eventually, you'll have to change your direction from this whole opportunity and experience too. Likely. I mean, that's just how everything flows. You know? Well, if you don't know, now you know. Cool. Glad we had this talk. I heard my snaps, guys. Whew, another quickie check-in. I hope it served. I hoped y'all got what you needed from this. I feel like it's a part 2 from the last one. I feel like it's a continuation here. So I do like these little mini check-ins. What do y'all think? Has it helped you? I wish that there was more of a definitive answer that I can give y'all about what to expect as a result to this choice and moving forward toward this opportunity. But right now, it's most important for you to actually make that decision yourself. That's the whole point. You're not meant to know the outcome right now. You're meant to believe. You know? It runs deeper than the insight right now and the clarity. It comes down to faith. Things that you can't really predict, you can't define, you can just feel and trust and believe in. And right now you're being called to believe in yourself. And whatever it is that you got to walk away from, I think for those of y'all whom are still here, tuned into the end, thank you so much, by the way, for being here. Drop a cigarette down below. I know these are joints, but drop a cigarette down below if you made it this far, because I feel like we can all use one. I don't smoke, but emoji style, we can all, you know, do that. Because whatever it is that you got to walk away from, you already know what it is. It's evident to you with this narcissistic card. Once it wasn't, you know, and slowly but surely it reared its face. The devil tends to do that slowly but surely. And now you know. Take the small steps forward, but that's me, I guess, being biased in my advice. But just, yeah, choose happy. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go now. Bye.